What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Stocks with Mike and Tom show. We have some crazy things to talk about today. Negg stock is literally exploding, so we're going to cover what's going on here and some of the best plays to watch in the market right now. Towards the end of the video, we have a $40 million trade that expires this Friday. Yes, $40 million, so make sure you stick around for that. Overall, we have a ton of great info, a ton of great plays in today's video. Make sure you stick around to the end and don't forget to subscribe. But Tom, let's get right into today's video.
Yeah, Negg exploded up 148%. I personally love Newegg. They're an awesome company. You can go to newegg.com and just check out exactly what they offer, but they sell computer parts. They've always been known by like people who build computers to be a pretty good website, and they sell graphics cards, processors, and pretty much every little part that you could want for your computer, like PlayStation or anything like that. But man, this was a good thing to see today. And investorplace.com is reporting that, to start off with anyways, Newegg recently got in shipments from some of the most sought after GPUs from NVIDIA, which is NVDA. So that's a nice thing to hear. You know, people have been really waiting for these NVIDIA graphics cards to come in, and they're actually selling them as part of their shuffle product lottery. That way, you know, scalpers can't just pick up the cards and end up getting them. So they're like shuffling them and lottering them away. So if you guys want to get into those lotteries, you'll have to go to Newegg and kind of see for yourself. But overall, great company, and the stock is just exploding up today. It also says that Negg or Newegg is, of course, building a brand new thing where they're going to actually be building custom computers and sending them right to your doorstep. There's other companies that do this, like CyberPower, Origin PC, but Newegg has a big advantage because they have all the supplies on hand and they can just build it and just ship it out really fast. And they're saying it's going to be a pretty quick system and everything like that. They're making it sound like you won't have to wait a couple months to like get your computer or anything like that. So sounds pretty good. And, you know, a lot of customers and a lot of people who build computers, they don't want to get into PCs or, you know, get into like PC gaming or anything, because it's tough to like build it yourself, and who has time to do all of that. So it's nice to see Newegg offering this, and I think that they'll get a lot more customers from it. But overall, great movement today out of Newegg, and we saw Nvidia actually going down, and you know that's not correlated to Newegg at all, but they're pretty big on Newegg's website.
Very interesting. So let's take a look at Negg again. This movement is literally crazy. It finished up about 150%. The implied volatility is exploding. So here's the thing. Whether you like this company to the upside or the downside, you have to be extremely careful if you plan on playing options with them, because they are about to get crazy expensive. I'm actually looking at a call credit spread on Negg tomorrow. I was maybe looking at like the 80 strike price or something like that. But Tom, give us some levels on this company. Today's movement is literally crazy. Tons of volume. Everyone's talking about this stock. What levels should we watch as resistance, but also support?
Yeah, I mean, in the past, it's definitely ran up like this kind of before. I see a pretty big resistance here right around $70, but today it ended up going higher than that, all the way up to 80. So it's really hard to say. This stock is very parabolic. Honestly, I would look at the level it bounced down to at the end of the day today. 64.50 seems to be a pretty decent support level, especially for tomorrow. And then 79 or 80 being the solid resistance. We can see how it bounced off of this level right around 65 or 64.50 about 3 times today, and then ended up going up right there at the end of the day off of that. So definitely look out, but it is hard to say because of how parabolic it is, but definitely look for that $79 level for tomorrow. And then if we do end up going down, maybe look at a level right around $54. You could say 55, somewhere right around there. I think that'll be a decent support if we break below 60.
Good stuff. So definitely keep your eye on this one. It is going crazy. And then, Tom, what's going on with these China stocks? Baba, Didi, a bunch of other ones like this are getting smacked. What's going on?
Man, not good to hear. They're just continuing to give negative insight about everything that's listed on the U.S. Like they have a few companies like Baba, Didi, KWEBs, and ETF of a lot of them, but PDD, there's just a whole bunch of different stocks like this, and they're all getting destroyed the past few days. And China is really hammering on the stocks listed in the U.S. And a lot of this has to do with how China does stuff with their data and stuff with their security. And they're definitely going to be tightening restrictions and trying to change up their system a little bit. So be a little careful over the next couple of days, especially with these stocks and possibly with the overall market. And whenever we look at BABA on the daily level, I mean, man, it's starting to look pretty bad, and they're starting to really fall off the table right now. And it's just getting pretty scary for these Chinese stocks. And, everybody always talks about the potential of this stuff happening with China. And, every few years it does end up happening, but it's just unfortunate to see it happening while BABA was already at its lows. So who knows how low this could end up going now, but hopefully it holds this area somewhere around 200, or else I think we'll start to see a pretty big sell-off. And to be honest, if we just keep continuing to get into like little spats with China and stuff like that, I think we'll see these stocks go even lower.
All right. Well, is there any other major news for today?
Nothing too big, but I will say the Fed's their minutes meeting came out, or their meetings minutes, or the minutes meeting, I should say. That's how they pronounce it. But a lot of people get confused about this. And keep in mind, Powell wasn't speaking today with this, but the meetings, they pretty much, or the minutes, I should say, they pretty much go over, just what was said exactly during those meetings. Powell comes out with the press conference and then pretty much summarizes it all up for us. And this really shows like what they were talking about exactly. And they just kind of express the need for patience right now. And they're just obviously going to, look at the inflation going on and everything, and maybe change up some systems like their asset purchasing and maybe like the bonds and stuff like that. But they did say they were going to be patient for now.
Alrighty, well, let's get right into our momentum plays in our member of the day. So today's member of the day is Chris, the one and only. So huge shout out, Chris. I know you had some really solid trades yesterday. Let me pull them up real quick. I know you posted some screenshots of your Amazon trade, which was awesome. Apple and SPCE. So great job there, and keep it up. But now let's get right into the momentum plays for tomorrow. And with the first one, we have Uber to the downside.
Yeah, not looking good. Make them fall below $48.50 for tomorrow.
All right, with the next play, we have BIIB.
BIIB, Biogen. This company actually exploded up today. This is the company that made that Alzheimer's drug a couple months ago. So this could actually have some good movement, I think, but make them break up above 356.
All right, with the last one, we have Snow.
Snowflake. Yeah, this stock started really popping up today in the middle of the day. The bot had a great trade on this one, but go ahead and make them break out above 249.30.
Sounds good. So we are watching Uber for a potential day trade to the downside, and we are watching BIIB and Snow for a potential day trade to the upside. Basically, if Uber breaks below the level Tom listed, we like it to the downside. If BIIB and Snow break above the levels Tom listed, we like them to the upside. But Tom, we have to go over the bot's call out on Snow today. So the bot called out Snow call options around $350. They ran all the way past 500. I know some people like to take profits quickly, and they took profits, right around the $400 to maybe $410 area, but some people let them ride all the way up to 500. So if you want to trade with a bot, Tom and myself, every single day, you can click the link in the description down below. Definitely check it out. There's daily options, day trades, swing trades, unusual options activity, tons of different bots to help you out, and of course, a great community. So definitely check it out. But now let's get right into this $40 million trade for this Friday. We are looking at the Amazon 3,800 call options. Like I said, that expired this Friday. I'm definitely going to say that the smart money is shorting these calls. They're so far out of the money, and they're weekly calls. So the theta values on these things are ridiculous. So they're most likely shorting them, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think that they might be covered calls also, but they're definitely shorting them. I would think, that would be a big run out of Amazon. And I've even been seeing people talk about on Fox News and on or I should say Fox Business, and on these different things like MSNBC, CNBC, and places like that. They're starting to really talk about, Amazon doing a stock split with that new CEO coming in. So I wonder if we'll start to see some news about that over the next few months. But definitely interesting how they have that 3,800 strike. And yeah, I'm with you. I would say they're shorting that.
Alrighty, well, let's get right into these comments. With the first one, we have No More saying, what do you guys think of SOFI for this week? Heard another possible short squeeze. So, looking at this one, the short float, according to the stock bot, is almost 47%. So, it's definitely possible, but it's not going to squeeze if it keeps moving like this. You know, it's tanking down. The shorts are definitely winning this battle. I don't see potential for a short squeeze at least until we break above like maybe 22 or so. Shorts really aren't going to be too worried to cover with the stock moving like this. So there's definitely potential, but it just needs some momentum and it needs to move in the right direction.
Yeah, and it needs a lot of movement too. Like you said, it needs to go up quite a bit because these shorts, they generally have a lot of money to back themselves up with. So it'll take pretty big moves. And right now, I don't think it'll happen, but I would think more of, if anything, I think investors will just come in and start buying it up off of support more than anything else if we start to see a rise in the short term. So keep that in mind. But with that many people shorting it, you have to wonder, like, is the company that good on the daily? It looks like they have lower highs here. So definitely not looking good in the short term, but who knows? In a couple of years, they could definitely turn it around. But I would say over the next couple months, it just looks like they'll be down or just end up going neutral.
All right, and then we have Kay saying, hey, Mike and Tom, what do you guys think of BODY for the short and long term? So I didn't research them in depth fundamentally, so we'll just look at them technically. They had a recent IPO. This is only their, it's not even their 10th trading day, so there's not too much chart data we can go off of. IV is extremely high at 110%, so options will be really expensive. In my opinion, there's no I just don't think it's an amazing setup. There's barely any chart data, and IPOs are always so volatile. So I'm just going to stay away from it. I'm just neutral, if anything. I don't really have a stance at all, to be honest. There's not much data to go off of.
Yeah, and I looked it up and it says that the Beachbody Company is a privately held American fitness and media company based in Santa Monica, California. It operates the brands Beachbody On Demand and Team Beachbody and Open Fit. So definitely sounds interesting, but yeah, I'll stay away from it as well. It definitely sounds like an at-home like workout program or something like that, but I haven't looked into it, too closely.
All right, with the next comment, we have P saying, amazing video, Mike and Tom. Have been following the videos for a while. It's always so much value in learning. I always look forward to the 8 p.m. to watch the videos. Well, thank you so much for that. We really, really appreciate it. With the next comment, we have, next comment, we have Outlaw saying, happy Tuesday, Mike and Tom. Thank you for answering my question on Palantir. So let's take a look at Palantir. This thing is getting smacked, Tom. It's down over 7% today. Just the chart looks brutal. I love them for the long term, but for the short term, they're just getting smacked. Do you have any levels for us? Any support anywhere soon?
Yeah, coming up soon. There is one coming up, right around $21. You could say $20. I would say somewhere right between there. Definitely hit off of both of those areas a couple of times, but man, we fell right through that big support level today, right around $24 right off the bat, and just exploded straight down. Definitely not a good day for Palantir. And man, ever since we hit that resistance up here and double topped around 27.50, we've just been straight down. So not a good look for Palantir right now, but I think for the longer run, we'll still do pretty decent. But in the shorter term, definitely look for the 21 or the $20 support. And I think that we could definitely get continued downwards momentum possibly tomorrow. And man, it even closed like pretty negatively today. It didn't really bounce back at all. And sometimes like when we see this type of move at open, we'll see the stock start to bounce back a little bit, but man, this one just kept selling off.
All right, Tom. Well, do you have any last minute stocks, any news, anything you're watching for tomorrow?
There is a little bit of stuff going on right now with Twitter and Facebook, and I forgot to bring this up in the news section, and it's a little political, so don't get, too angry at me, guys, or anything, but Facebook and Twitter are they're getting sued by ex-President Trump right now, so just keep in mind, I'm not saying anything about the companies or anything like that. They might go negative, though, on some news like this, especially, if he starts to win the lawsuits or whatever. So just keep in mind, looks like Facebook and Twitter are just maybe going to go down off of that news. We'll just have to see what ends up happening, but they did not have good days today.
Yeah, lawsuits are never good with any company, really. So, either way, it's definitely an interesting catalyst. And thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Don't forget to subscribe as we post brand new videos every single day, and join the Stocked Up Discord. It is completely free. The link for that will be in the comments down below, but it will also be in the description down below. Definitely check it out. You can network with 13,000 other members. You can talk stocks, options, anything finance. It's completely free. Definitely check it out. And if you want to trade with Tom and I live every single morning, check out the Stocked Up Live YouTube channel. We do a live stream every single morning at market open. But other than that, thanks for watching.